Listen. Hear your client. Hear your staff. Listen. We don't have to always be talking. Hear the message. Hear the message. Get the message. Implement and execute.
My number one suggestion or advice that I would give to another women-owned business would be to learn how to delegate, because we cannot do it all. Mm-hmm. We weren't supposed to do it all. That's why you have experts in various fields. Your financials, I would say, know your financials, mm-hmm. and follow along what is being spent, what mm-hmm. making a budget, all those things that are real important to stay focused. You take charge of your financials. Mm-hmm. Then you give your CPA and the other individuals who are working in your accounting department a budget, and make sure that you stay on task with that. The second thing I would do when you're getting ready to hire someone, really understand who it is, understand your own culture.
Right.
Because someone can come into your business and not really know or understand what your initiative right. is. So it's real important to learn to delegate, understand your financials, and when you hire someone, make sure they understand that your culture.
Right. I'm going to piggyback on something Garnet said there, which is very key, especially for us as women. Know your support system. Okay. Your first support system isn't necessarily your core. You'll get to it. Trust me. Times will get you to your core support system. But knowing your support system gives you the energy to get up and keep going. It rejuvenates you. It gives you a target to hit of consistency, and be accountable, right, wrong, or indifferent. Accept accountability for the choices and decisions that you make, because you have to make a decision. You really do. You cannot procrastinate forever, and you have to trust your staff you hired them to do a job. Yep. And one other key thing is we need to get over thinking that everybody's going to be with our company forever and ever. Really, get over it. Some do the distance with you, and some are just crossing the street with you. Cross the street well, when the light says go, when the walk sign's going. Sometimes they're going another direction, and it's okay. It doesn't mean that they were a bad hire. It just wasn't a fit for your culture. And be okay with that and keep it moving. But we want to keep, I love my company. You love my company. It's our dream. No, it's your dream. And some people will go a mile with you, and some people will go for years with you. One rule and I'm going to wrap this up. One rule that I have is, guess what? If you pay bi-weekly, you agreed to do this job description, right? So you did it. I'm going to pay you. Let's renegotiate 2 more weeks, and you get to 4 and 5 years. Paycheck to paycheck. You do the job. I pay you. We're both happy. Let's do it one more time. Instead of getting so serious that we're so caught up in someone getting off track, just stay on track in small segments.
I agree. I'm in charge. I didn't realize that I wanted to be my own boss. As I shared earlier, this is not something I woke up and said I wanted to own my own business. But you know what? It's really a awesome feeling being in charge of you. And that's the only person I found out that I'm in charge of. If I do well myself, then it will flow out to my staff, to my company, to my customers. So it's real important that for me that I know who I am, and then it will be able to flow forward.
For me, in seeding into my mother's dream, I've learned what I'm great at. CEO RealTalk, I enjoy assisting women-owned business grow, impacting others in a positive way. That's my lane. I'm great at that. I'm great at giving the guidelines and the direction, revealing myself. I'm okay sharing. And so just learning who I am and coming into myself and through somebody else's dream, I started the business 100% my business, but it was for my mother. So when you get there, but now CEO RealTalk is something that we enjoy doing. It's us. It's not through someone. We haven't been hoodwinked. We didn't do it out of compassion for a family member. We're doing this for ourselves because that's what we're great at. What do you think?
I agree. I am 100%
yes,
great.
Give me a 100.
Yeah. But you know, in saying what she said, it's so important that, you know, we, with CEO RealTalk, what it did for us, like she said, is something we're giving back. Being able to mentor individuals on the one-to-one and being able to talk to them and not having to, you know, hear the phone ring or answer the phone or whatever. We can really be present with those individuals who we're mentoring. When we're doing platforms like this, sharing, you know, it's our hope that the listeners are able to hear some of the good things that we have experienced and some of the bad things that we have experienced. And I say that because it has not been, you know, gravy, wonderful. It has been awesome, but it has been a learning process. So it's, to me, CEO RealTalk is out there. Thank you for asking that question, because that was the hardest thing for me. I knew that I did not want the individuals that I provide services for, persons with disabilities, veterans, parolees, probationers. I knew that they didn't have the funds to, you know, pay for those type of services. So what I had to do, I had to research the various types of fundings. And I realized that the government had funds out there to assist these individuals to come back into the community or find work. What was important was that I knew that there were other great organizations out there doing wonderful things. But what I did, I focused on, I could be an alternative for those other organizations. If they don't have the time to do or work with those individuals, then for me, it was like, hey, I can be an alternative to the services that were already there. So that's how, you know, we were able to, you know, set HPC, Human Potential, aside from other organizations. We're just an alternative to what is already being done.
For running a 24/7 childcare it's tough. It really is. Childcare is one of the toughest industries, I believe, that anyone could be in, because you're dealing with people's children. That's your heart. And our customer, I started with the end in mind. We all want our children to be successful. Our particular 24/7 childcare is structured a little more old school. Curriculum is very important, but also common courtesy is. So there's something, all childcares are good for everyone. Parents pick and choose what works for them. So when you come to our childcare, we're lining up with our culture. So that's how we detect our client, and then giving peace of mind back. We're an extension of family. Your core family, because friends and family have the best intentions, but sometimes they're a little overwhelmed and they just disappear. Well, we're here for you so that grandparents, aunts, uncles, and friends can be just that with our children, and that makes them more sound, more decision makers. They are decision makers of tomorrow. So if everybody's happy to see you when you come, then it's more loving, it's more caring. You're open to learn. So our market, for me, when you come into our center, you really choose us, because we are who we are. We stay to our core values. We stay there. We'll bend a little bit. If our child care is not for you, it's okay. We'll refer. I don't mind referring. Listen, here's 4 or 5 right in the area. In fact, we'll even call just to meet that parent, because it's all about, if the parent is happy, the child is happy.